I was talking to a DJ like you just the other day, and they like their job just like you do, and they want to keep doing it just like you do. But the thing they don't like is the sales part. Hi, this is Bill, and welcome to Creative License, brought to you by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, Disc Jockey News, the Perfect Portals, Promo Only, and then me, of course, the workshop, the entertainment experience. So I get it. You don't like sales. I don't know many people that will say to themselves, you know what I like is sales. Everybody sees it as a problem. Everybody sees it as so you don't want to be a bad guy, right? And you think that sales is about, I'm the seller and I need you to buy, and you're the buyer and you're trying not to buy, right? Everybody sees it as adversarial. Everybody sees it as, you're trying to get me to do something I don't want to do. Well, the thing that got me over the I hate sales thing was I thought of sales as me trying to talk people into doing something they didn't want to do or couldn't afford to do. When I had a change of perspective, everything changed for me. Let me try to help you on that one. First of all, people that are sitting in front of you, they're already there to buy. So you're not convincing them to buy. You're just sharing with them how your service or product is going to solve whatever problem they have. Plus, here's another thing to look at it. And I heard somebody say this the other day, and this is how I've taken it on, but it's been a while since I've been able to put it in these kinds of words. Quit being the seller. Why don't you be the buyer? I mean, what makes you think you need to convince anybody that you have an amazing service, right? If you're the seller, you have to convince people. You have a commitment to your house and to your mortgage and to all the things that doing this and selling your product is going to provide for you. But the buyer is looking for the right seller. The buyer is looking for the right product. And if you're looking for the right customer, you see, you already have something great. So why don't you go out and buy some customers? Find people that you want to work with and have people go away if they're people you don't want to work with. They're not willing to pay your price. Well, I don't want to work with them then. Easy, right? They're not willing to meet with you. They like dogs instead of cats, or they like cats instead of dogs. But you have to come up with that thing. And if you haven't sat down and made a list of all the things that would describe the people that you want to give your product to, then now it is difficult now for you to be the buyer because you don't know what you're looking for. Right now, as the seller, you're taking all comers. Whoever will pay me. Whoever likes my service and will give me the money, I'll work really hard for it. And there's nothing wrong with that, except it's pretty desperate. People don't really want to work with desperate people. So if you took the time to figure out who that person is, right down to their likes and dislikes, the way they look, the way they smell. I mean, it all sounds silly, I know, but when you start doing that work, and looking for those things, then all of a sudden, you'll see that customer coming. And when you're buying, they're excited that you have decided to work with them. Because that kind of confidence is the kind of person I want to do business with. Somebody who's really needy and trying to talk me into something that, first of all, I don't really understand that well. I don't know if I have time for that, right? You don't even know anything about me. How do you know you want to buy my service? or rather by me as your customer, right? I think it's a really interesting way to think about it. And I think just that switch can have you showing up in your consults and your sales a whole lot differently. So now, if you're the buyer, how are you different? How are you different when you meet with people? It doesn't mean you're going to be arrogant. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that you're pretending to be all that. No, it means that you know for a fact what kind of service you have and who it can make happy. That's it. That's all. And that confidence is really attractive to the people that are buying your service. What do you think about this? Put your comments below. I would really appreciate it. And until I see you next time, this is Creative License. Bye.